Now, a couple of videos I spoke about how I was struggling to find delivered afternoon teas. I want to try more at home ones, but I'm finding it a struggle to find ones that include savouries. I have finally managed to find one. It's a company called Huffkins. Now, they do have their own tea rooms where you can actually go and have afternoon tea, but they do a whole load of different types of hampers that you can buy online. In terms of afternoon tea, they have different variations. They have, like, for example, a sweet afternoon tea where it's just cakes, and you probably know by now how I feel about sweet afternoon teas. Not a fan of them. I need to have the savoury option. They do have a savoury option afternoon tea, so that's the one that I bought. So let's have a look in the box to see what's in there. One thing I liked about this box was how well it was packaged, and I loved the way they packaged each of the individual items. So this is the savoury option. I just love that design of the paper. That is the scones in there. And then in the oh no, this is it's either the jam. Yeah. So they give you a whole big jar of jam. You also get clotted cream as well. Cute little jar. I like the design of the jar. And then finally, these are the sweets in this box, which are brownies. Now, already before I've even tried the items, I've got a criticism. There's only one type of cake in there. All my other delivered afternoon teas have more than one type of cake. So why Huffkins have just got the brownie in there and three of them, I don't know. So I'm already disappointed. But nevertheless, I'm going to try all the items and we're going to see what they taste like, and then I'll give my overall review at the end. Right, so these pinwheels, disappointing. They were very, very dry on the outside, very dry. Obviously, I'd warm them up in the oven for a couple of minutes before in a low oven, just to bring them up to temperature. And they were just very dry. Like, you could see even inside, it was just dry. As I got to the middle of the pinwheel, it became not as dry, but it's still generally dry. Now, I like it when afternoon teas do savouries apart from sandwiches. And I have had delivered afternoon teas that didn't include sandwiches, but include something different. I think Cutter and Squidge did something similar, and they were so good. And they weren't dry, but these were dry, and it was a bit of a shame because the taste was there, but they were just dry. So that was a big disappointment. The scones. So the raisin scone, actually both scones were really good, but the raisin scone, there was barely any raisins in it. It was like, there might have been four. Obviously, it counts as the raisin scone because there's actually at least one raisin in it, but there were so few in there. I'm not saying it has to be loads, but yeah, more raisins would have been better. The clotted cream was really nice, really creamy. I actually used in terms of the jam, I used one of my little mini jams that I've got because I didn't want to break open that big jam because we're not a massive jam household and it was going to get wasted. So I'm probably going to end up giving that jam away at some point on Olia probably. But yeah, good texture in the scones, but the raisin scone, just not enough raisins. Yeah. And finally, the brownie. Now, this brownie is one of the better brownies that I've had in terms of triple choc brownie. I'm not the biggest fan of brownies. I will eat them, but I actually prefer blondies to brownies. But this brownie, yeah, it was fine. It was okay. I just, as I already said at the beginning, I just wish that they had more than one type of cake, not just one. Like the pack had, it was a 4 pack of brownies. It'd be nice to have maybe 2 brownies and 2 blondies, or 2 brownies and two, I don't know, or a slice of cake, I don't know, but yeah. So the cost was just under £40. Well, yeah, around £40, which included delivery. Good thing you can choose your delivery date, which is good. You can even have it delivered on a Saturday if you want, but obviously that costs a lot more. I got mine delivered during the week. And in general, average. I've had better delivered afternoon tea boxes, and this one. Yeah, it didn't really cut it for me, unfortunately. The dry savouries, the hardly any raisins in the scone, and I don't know. I keep harping on about it, but the fact there was only one type of cake, I'm like, okay. So yeah, that's my review. Let me know if you've tried anything from Huffkins, if you tried afternoon tea, or you may have tried their in-person afternoon tea. Let me know. And again, I'll keep my call out. If you see any other delivered afternoon tea boxes, let me know so that I can review them. Until next time, cake lovers.